America's aid sails Zelensky's yachts, but is it the high seas of diplomacy or a luxury cruise? Are these yachts a symbol of Zelensky's success or a sinking ship of political credibility? The brothers in arms or the brothers in yachts? Who's steering Ukraine's lavish spending spree?
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
Here it's a tale of luxury and camaraderie in the realm of Ukrainian President Zelensky, who seemingly orchestrated the purchase of two lavish yachts, amassing a whopping $75 million. The art of conspicuous consumption seems to involve paperwork maneuvers. Gotta have those friends willing to sign off on Zelensky's extravagant buys. Whether it's through money laundering or the trusted proxy route, that's the playbook for Zelensky-style shopping. Not too long ago, the narrative swirled around Zelensky's wife begging for funds from world governments, only to later be spotted indulging in a luxurious Parisian spree. It's almost comical. America sends money and voila, Paris becomes the shopping haven. Now, as per journalist Shahzad Nasir's revelations, the yacht saga continues. Zelensky's confidants, the Shafir brothers, Sergei and Boris, apparently facilitated the purchase of these extravagant vessels, docking them conspicuously in Abu Dhabi and Antibes within a hair's breadth of time. According to the documents this journalist has uncovered, the two yachts are named Lucky Me and My Legacy. The price of the two costed around a total of $75 million. So is this where Zelensky will spend his days in exile after he is thrown out of government? Also, what goes uncovered is his $50,000 a month luxury villa. So America is the one who is paying so that Zelensky can live in luxury. Now, some might argue, the brothers acted independently in buying the yachts, absolving Zelensky. Yet it's not that simple. Previous actions suggest otherwise. Pandora Papers unveiled Zelensky's use of proxy buyers through offshore accounts in the Virgin Islands and Belize. Sergei Shafir, Zelensky's aide, linked to offshore networks, facilitated such purchases, handling transactions on his behalf. The network indulged in pricey property investments in London, Africa, and Italy, now extended to pricey yacht acquisitions. The smoke around Zelensky's entourage seems to indicate a recurrent pattern in their high-stakes spending spree using offshore maneuvers. In a fresh Politico profile, Zelensky is hailed as the recipient of the Most Powerful Man title, akin to Time magazine's Person of the Year. He's glorified for thrusting Ukraine's battle against Russia onto the West, rallying global support. Essentially, he's been handed the reins to maneuver Europe at his whim. Another term for this, a thug. Instead of celebrating power, it's akin to awarding Thug of the Year. A thug's MO. Outsourcing conflicts and coercing others into submission. Now these are Politico's words, not ours. Granting Zelensky authority to orchestrate Europe's moves is textbook thuggery. In light of Ukraine's luxury spending amid US aid, questions arise regarding the benefit of funneling funds to NATO for the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. Does America gain? With 643 days of war, does any American feel the benefits? When queried, Biden's spokesman John Kirby defends the aid, asserting, "It's our duty to do that. It makes America stronger. Supporting Ukraine strengthens our national security. It's the right thing to do, not just for the Ukrainian people, but for the American people as well." Countering Putin's ability to wage war on a neighboring nation may actually prevent a larger conflict in which American troops might be needed, and it sends a strong signal to other would-be aggressors who may be considering military actions and invasions of their neighbor's territory. That sort of action is unacceptable. Alright, so according to Kirby, it's in America's best interest to keep on sending money to Ukraine. Though when Jens Stoltenberg was asked the same question, he took a different stance actually, admitting that Ukraine hasn't done anything with all that money. They haven't moved an inch. What we have seen is that even with this substantial significant military support from NATO allies, they have not over the last year been able to move the front line, and that just reflects the fact that we should never underestimate Russia. Their defense industry is on war footing. They are able to resupply their forces with ammunition and new capabilities. Furthermore, the West's imposition of sanctions on Russia appears to have backfired, inflicting more damage on Western nations than on Russia. Russian President Putin proudly asserts the strength of the country's banking sector, stating that external adversities fail to impede its robust performance. This revelation exposes the limitations of sanctions and their ineffectiveness in curbing Russia's economic prowess or impacting its strategic objectives. The situation paints a stark picture. America's money, Zelensky's fun,